Hi, I'm Will from the Outspokin Bicycle and Sport shop located in Newbury, New Hampshire. Today we're going to talk about how to measure a bicycle frame. Now, bicycle frames aren't measured front to back. You might think that's how they are measured just because that's how it feels when you're riding. It's the first thing you think about. They're not necessarily measured from the ground here because you think about that too. You put your leg over it for clearance purposes. The frame is actually measured from the center of what we call the crank, right here, and you can usually find that by the bolt that holds the crank arm in place. Runs the center of the crank all the way up what we call the seat tube, seat being in the seat tube here. We follow it right up to either the top of the top tube or the center of the top tube. It depends on the manufacturer in which they choose, and you can usually find out how they measure them in their owner's manuals or in the catalogs. But for a rough guesstimate, if you're just trying to size up somebody's bike, you measure in inches or centimeters, but inches are still more common at this point. From the center of the crank, straight up the seat tube, and we're just going to call it center of the top tube. And that should cover most bicycles out there. So once again, we don't talk about length of the top tube. We don't talk about height from the ground to the top tube. We measure a bike from the center of the crank to the top of the top tube, or center of the top tube. And that is how you measure a bicycle frame.